Colonel Steyn, is it correct that you have testified about the number that we have given to this court and you said it belonged to Mr. Ntuli? Is that correct?
That's not suspect number 5.
Mr. Ntuli?
Yes, yeah.
Where did you get that number from?
I also received it from the investigation team, as well as the searches were all done by myself.
Do you have any proof from the service provider that it belonged to Mr. Ntuli?
Not from the service provider.
Secondly, Colonel Steyn, you testified that on all the occasions that you mentioned, the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli communicated with that one of Miss Kelly Khumalo. Am I correct?
That's correct, my lord. Yes.
Can you just quickly remind me on those incidents? I remember the 20th of August that you testified, and there are other few dates in which you said there was a communication. Can you remind me of those instances?
The first one was in the 2nd of August.
Which year?
Of 2014. Then again on the 15th of October 2014.
Yes.
That's the only two I refer to.
The only communication between
That's the only two I pick up, yes, correct.
Mr. Ntuli and Miss Khumalo.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay, because you understand the chart very well, who called who in these transactions?
That's correct.
Who called who?
Your suspect number 5 called Kelly. Because on my previous page,
on the 2nd of August, it was the number allegedly said to belong to Mr. Ntuli that made a call to a number allegedly said to belong to Miss Kelly Khumalo.
That's correct, my lord.
Okay. On the 15th of October, that's the same?
That's correct, my lord. No.
Okay. Do you have, from your investigation, I see you are qualified from the experience and the qualifications you have told us. But maybe just to clear me, I'm lost about the institutions wherein you studied. In Ferry Glen, Pretoria, which institution, which university is that?
It's not a university. It's a cell phone data specialized company who was based in South Africa. But they're not in South Africa anymore. They moved out.
Okay.
You know, it is absolutely a game over when Mshololo talks about your qualifications. I mean, she literally said, which university is this? That, ladies and gentlemen, to me was absolutely hilarious. Like I caught my breath like, oh my goodness, Mshololo, please, no, umlungu, umlungu. But you know what? This is the power of education. Stay in school, kids, says Umshololo, okay? And you can hear right here, well, you guys will continue listening on, but I just love how Colonel Steyn now wants to, justify his qualification, empowerment. What is this woman saying to me? It is not a university, but I assure you, it is a great institution, okay? I got my qualifications from them. Don't question the qualifications. And I go back to the comment that I got before. This one lives rent free in my head. Okay, Steyn sounds like a cat on a hot tin roof. Oh my goodness. You can now hear now that he is chasing. Okay, he wants to make sure Mshololo understands that I am absolutely qualified. You know, on this National Women's Day, first of all, I want to celebrate every single one of you ladies in our comment section. Happy National Women's Day, okay? And not only that, women of South Africa are some of the most powerful people on this earth. They're also some of the most beautiful women on this earth. So remember that you can change what you believe is possible for yourself. Take a look at us. We have over 37,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have done it without all your support. Okay, so I want to take this moment to wish all women a happy National Women's Day, and to all the men that support and cheer on women, continue celebrating the women in your life. But let's get back to our representation of Imboto here on this channel. Make sure you drop a queen emoji down in the comment section down below as we celebrate Umshololo, okay? because she is a representation of women with the LLB. I'm not sure what all her qualifications are. You know what? I want to do a dedicated video to Shololo. So let me do some research around her. Because guys, she's been asking people their qualifications. So let's go ahead and put Shololo's qualifications on the record and celebrate her too on this National Women's Day, because Shololo represents so many women in law. Okay, and I've seen comments as well where people say, thanks to this case, I now want to study law, or I want to continue studying law, or to, enhance their careers. Thank you, Queen Shololo. But you know what? I digress. Let's get back into this because Stein's about to break down his qualifications for us.
That's called the I2 company. The company is called I2.
Okay. It's not an educational institution, it's just a company.
No, it's an institution. We was part of the training of all the police officers as well as your private sectors, companies and stuff.
What type of qualification you obtained in that institution, from that institution? Especially in this one, in Glen Pretoria Investigative Software.
Glen Pretoria. You see, the company was based previously in Garsfontein. Then they moved to Glen Pretoria. And then you can receive training in Analyze Notebook, anything in which you need to do analysis.
Okay, but the type of qualification that you received there, you obtained, what is it? Is it a diploma? Is it a certificate? Is it a recognition?
It's both. It depends on how long is your course.
How long did you take?
Some of the courses I took about 3 to 4 weeks. Some of them is only a week or two. And then you go for regular update courses.
But in your case, what was the duration of your study here?
My first one, which I received in Garsfontein, it was about 6 weeks. Then after that, it was normal about 2 to 3 weeks.
And what did you get? Certificate, diploma?
A certificate.
Okay. Then let's move on now to my question that I wanted to put to you. As a result of the investigation that you did, can you tell this court, can you be able to tell this court with certainty if the number allegedly said to belong to accused number 2 was used by number 2 at the time when that call or that transaction was made?
My Lord, I can only mention to the court that number made a call to that number.
So what is your answer to my question?
I can't tell the court. If the investigation team can't come and say, this is the phone who belongs to you, I can't answer it.
Okay. Same with the receiver, with the recipient.
That's correct, my Lord. I can only tell that number receive a call from each other.
Okay, so I want us to correct that, Kenya, because you are experienced. You don't have proof that the phone call that was made from this number and then the call that was received from this number was made by 2 people. So let's use reference to the numbers, then people.
What I can tell, mention to the court, the investigation team did give me enough evidence to tell me that the number ends with 202 belongs to suspect number 5. The other number ends with 458 belongs to Kelly Kumalo. And that the investigation leader will come and testify about that.
Kenan, I don't want us to testify or to refer on the hearsay. That's why I said from your experience, can you tell this court with certainty that the person who made a call on such a date, which is the 2nd and 15th, was Mr. Ntuli? And then your answer was no. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So let's move in that line, Kenan.
But now I also want to mention to the court, I got enough evidence which I received from the investigation team that the number belongs to A, B, or C. But I can't tell that I saw the phone in your hand.
Colonel, for the sake of progress, let us not waste the court's time. Let us not refer to someone's evidence that amounts to hearsay. I am saying from your knowledge, let's move in that line so that we can be able to move forward. Do you understand?
I understand, my Lord.
Yes.
I agree with that because someone else will come and testify about the point.
Yes. And then from your investigation, can you tell this court with certainty if the number read into the record as the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli was recorded or not? If yes, to which address was it registered to?
The number wasn't recorded in his name.
So it was recorded under which name?
I'm not sure, my Lord.
Investigation, you couldn't find that.
That's correct, my Lord.
Okay, so it is your evidence that from your investigation you couldn't determine if this number allegedly to set belonging to accused number 5 was recorded under his name or was recorded under any other person's name.
It was definitely Rika, my lord, but not under his name.
Thank you, my lord, for the indulgence of the court. Sorry, Colonel, for the disturbance. You were just giving the explanation. Aside, if you say it was record under whose name?
I'm not sure, but definitely not his name, because then I should have known. And you couldn't use it if it's not Rika.
The address given there too as well, under the Rika transaction?
I'm not sure about the address, but then definitely it's not sure it wasn't his name.
So if it was record under someone else's details, how then do you say it belonged to Mr. Ntuli?
No. Identify this number was used by suspect number 5.
So the information you got is that it was used by number 5 by Mr. Ntuli, not that it was record under Mr. Ntuli.
That's correct.
Who gave you that information?
The investigation team.
Precisely who? Can you mention the name of
It will
the
be Brigadier Gaginda.
Brigadier Keninda?
Brigadier Keninda. That's correct.
From your investigation, Colonel Steyn, from the number that is alleged to belong to Mr. Ntuli, was it placed at the crime scene on the date of the incident? Through your investigation, maybe by tower, it may be by whatever, was it placed at the crime scene on the date of the incident?
No, my lord, because I already mentioned we arrested them too late in the lapse period, so we couldn't apply for 205s.
Mic 1 2 3 testing. Mic 1 2 3 testing. What did Steyn just say? I want to make sure that I repeat it loud and clear, because I don't know who needs to hear this. But when Mnisi said it is going to be a bad idea for the state to bring back Steyn, this right here is the golden goose. Steyn said they did not apply for the 205s. He did not use the 205s. Mr. Steyn, Colonel Steyn. Wait, what? Is this the reason you became quite creative with the Excel document? Is this the reason? Like, this is so confusing for me, because wait a damn minute. That one sentence blows the case completely. It actually throws out Steyn's evidence. He specifically says, one, he cannot prove that accused number 5's number belongs to accused number 5. How can you ask him such a dumb question? There's no way he can know that. He was just told by the investigating team. Until Mshololo pushes, he then says, Brigadier Keninda. Okay. So he was told by Brigadier Keninda. So why is he referring to him as a team, as a plural, as this large group of people? But you know what? I digress. Why? Just that one sentence for me, and I'm not a judge. I hope his honorable judge with 50 years experience caught on to that. Because Steyn says they could not apply for the Section 205s. Then where did you get the numbers from? Not only where did you get the numbers from, if you didn't have the 205, then how on earth do you have the 2 phone calls? What, the first one being on the 2nd of August 2014. You don't have the 205, but you have the date. And the second one being the 15th of October 2014. How? That is the question the defense need to hammer down on, because he says, remember, he's not coming with new evidence. He's coming to clarify. But this is the ultimate contradiction. Forget everything else. The man says he never used a Section 205. I don't know. Let me know if I misheard him. Please tell me if you hear it as well. Let's continue and hear if Mshololo picked up on that. Because Guningi, okay? Oh my God.
From the communication that we have testified, tell me if I'm speaking soft, from the communication that we have testified about in this court, precisely the 2, the one for the 2nd of August 2014 and the one for 15 October, can you be able to tell this court if from your intense investigation that we have done, you were able to pick up the conversation between the 2 people, or between the two devices
That's correct.
that communicated
Yeah.
to each other.
Yeah. No, we're not able. You can only
Okay.
trace that there was communication. You can't recall the conversation.
The question I'm going to ask now, Colonel, I'm asking it because you are a senior officer of the SAPS. Do you understand that?
And one of the oldest as well, my lord.
From your investigation, does your evidence inform this court that if there is anything that was conspired between the accused, Mr. Ntuli and Ms. Kelly Kumalo, out of your investigation, could you determine
No, I
and
can't.
tell the court if there was any conspiracy or if there was any discussions about the commission of the offense of this case?
No, my lord, I can't.
Is it also correct, Colonel Steyn, that Ms. Kumalo is not a suspect in this case?
That's correct.
Is there any unlawfulness in the communication between the number allegedly said to belong to Mr. Ntuli and the number allegedly said to belong to Ms. Kelly Kumalo?
If there was, I can't prove it.
Okay. From your experience, Colonel Steyn, if someone's cell phone is said to have been picked up at the crime scene or linked with the crime scene at the time when the incident took place, does that mean that the offense was committed by the owner of that cell phone, of that number?
It doesn't mean that, but he must actually, the owner of the phone must explain what did he do at the crime scene.
No, Colonel, my question is, besides that person giving you information from your own investigation, when you investigate and you find that the number of that person, it is discovered that it linked or it was at the crime scene at that particular, it was connected, I think that's what you said, it was connected to with the crime scene. Does that mean from your own investigation or experience, it was used by the owner of that cell phone?
That's correct. If you can just refer to which number, then we can go back and see if there was a call made in the vicinity of the crime scene from which tower. Then I can tell you there was a call made by, let's say, Kelly Kumalo from the crime scene, or Zandile Kumalo.
But you can't connect it with a person. You can just connect that the number
That's correct. A number in the cell phone.
was used.
That's
but
correct.
You cannot tell with certainty as to who was using that number.
If I got witnesses who can state that, then I can prove it.
Okay. From the investigation that you have done, do you have proof? I mean, can you just rephrase, my lord? I'm sorry. From your investigation, does it show to any degree of certainty if the communication between accused number 3 and Mr. Ntuli shows any conspiracy to commit the offense?
No, my lord. Like I mentioned, I can just tell the court that there was communication.
My lord, can I ask that we pause here? Tomorrow I will continue with the towers that were said to, the towers that were referred to this court, wherein the number allegedly belonging to the accused was said it was connecting from.
My lord, there isn't any towers which links to the suspect. Remember, we didn't have his 205 of time of the crime. We only got the other parties.
It may be towers, it may be the other way, but there are Kimberley, there are Limpopo, there are those areas.
Yeah, but that's correct.
Yes.
That's not the information of suspect number 5. It's totally nothing to do with him.
And then we'll take it from there tomorrow, my lord.
Taylor, you were supposed to bring some information, remember? Which you couldn't because your devices were not compatible.
That's correct. I can bring the information of, but that's going to be the same information which is going to be bring by Sergeant Mbaza.
No, not quite. But the request was that you would do it if you are requested to.
Okay, then I will, it's only the downloads.
The downloads, yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Baloi, am I correctly quoting you?
Yes, indeed. The witness also mentioned that he can bring the Section 205s as well.
Okay. Are you available tomorrow?
I will arrange. My lord.
Otherwise, are you going to play golf maybe?
Then I will not arrange.
Okay, the matter is postponed to tomorrow then, 10 o'clock.
This was a definitely a very interesting session. If you are confused, don't forget that this is from last year, literally a year ago, when Steyn was a witness on the stand. His testimony was concluded, but the state insists on having him come back, so he will be back on Monday. So this was like a refresher course for us. And you know what? I like that I did this exercise because I'm able to say I don't see what he is coming back for. He made it very clear. In fact, he was such a good witness that he wanted to distance himself from any wrongdoing. He speaks very honestly, if I'm being honest myself. When he doesn't know, he'll tell you he doesn't know. When he cannot prove anything, he doesn't sell you any gold. He tells you, I cannot prove that accused number 5 was holding the phone. I cannot tell you that the cell phone was at the crime scene. I cannot tell you that Ukeli Kumalo was at the that Ukeli Kumalo certainly was holding the device when they were communicating with accused number 5. It is not a crime. This is very important. It is not a crime for accused number 5 and Kelly Kumalo to speak, if indeed it did happen. It is also not a crime for two Mgulugutus, okay, for two Ngabis to talk to each other. So accused number 3 and accused number 5 did talk to each other, but Steyn says it is not a crime. He is unable to prove that their conversation had to do with a conspiracy to commit a crime. And we know from, future terms after this session that, of course, accused number 3 and accused number 5, they know each other, okay? Like in Gabis, I think it's like, in your job, you would know who you would refer to in other instances when you need help or you need ammunition. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But you get what I'm saying. It is not a crime for any of the 5 accused to know each other, to call each other. It does not prove or place them at the crime scene at the time Osenzo Mayua was shot fatally, that is. In my opinion, we still don't know who pulled the trigger, but you know who can tell us? It's Kelly Kumada. Okay, she's the only one who was with Senzo Mayua the entire time. Not Zandi, not Dumelo, not the mother. I think the mother was there, but Kelly Kumalo for certain can tell us what really happened. Not the Nganegwane, like the true version. But you know what, Mzansi, this brings the end of our Ndlovukazi edition. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know as well how you rate Umshololo's performance in this edition. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, oh my God, she is such a terrible representation of women in law, and 10 being, my goodness, she is great at her job, very articulate. Oh, the level of questions, the clarity, and the way she takes the witness down to actually, to the way that she carries the witness through the story and gets the witness to confirm accused number 5 has nothing to do with this. At the end of this, Steyn confirmed he cannot affirmatively, it is not beyond reasonable doubt that accused number 5 shot Usenzo Mayua. That is it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you've made it this far in the video. Thanks for watching all the ads. If you skipped any of the ads, oh my goodness, why did you do that to me? It is National Women's Day. Thank you, and this goes to you. Thank you for your support in empowering a woman like myself, okay, as a content creator on these YouTube streets. I really appreciate it. And that comes from the bottom of my heart. Make sure you drop me a comment in the comment section because I also want to honor you as well. If you have a YouTube channel, today is the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I will allow links in my comment section. Okay, I will open up the floodgates. So let's support one another. Make sure you drop your channel in the comment section down below. I will approve the comment, and let's follow one another. Let's make this, Ndlovukazi edition beneficial as well to you. And if you didn't watch till the end of the video, well, there you go. You're missing out on this very important announcement. And to all my subbies at 37,000 plus, thank you. What a great way to celebrate a National Women's Day with another milestone achievement. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Okay. Izandla zenzani zedlula ikanda. Okay. Izandla zedlula ikanda. My goodness. I am eternally grateful. One other thing I want to mention, because I want to keep this video under 30 minutes. If you've made it this far in the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, if you're watching from outside the club today, okay, is a good day to show Ubuntu. Okay, it's a good day to honor a woman. Okay, just hit that subscribe button, and then you can say you did a good deed for another woman today. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you where on my next upload. Share this video. Let's make sure that it puts up the numbers. This is the Ndlovukazi edition, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.